Let's talk about how you may be able to save hundreds or even more than €1,000 when learning to drive in Finland. Getting a driving license in Finland can easily cost more than €1,000. But what if you could reduce that cost significantly and get much more driving practice at the same time? Instead of paying a driving school 70, 80 or even €95 every time you need an additional lesson, someone you know may be able to teach you. It is called a driving instruction permit, and depending on how much practice you need, it could save you hundreds of euros, if not thousands of euros, possibly more. Let us look at the actual numbers. A complete driving school package may cost approximately €1,000 to €1,700, but the advertised price package doesn't, of course, always tell the full story. Some packages include only the minimum number of driving lessons, and the minimum is not always enough for everyone. Some learners may need 15 lessons, some may need 20. Others may even need more before they feel confident and safe enough to take the driving test. At €70 per lesson, 10 additional lessons will cost €700. You can imagine. 20 additional lessons will cost €1,400. That's huge. And some driving schools currently charge up to €95 for one driving lesson. That is where the cost can increase very, very quickly. With a driving instruction permit, you still have some initial expenses. Obviously, it can't be free. The universal teaching pedal kit, for instance, from Tokmanni, currently costs just about €99. It includes the instructor's brake pedal, additional mirrors, and the white driving learner's triangle. Professional installation may cost approximately €150 to €350, depending on your car and the workshop where you fix it. The driving instruction permit costs approximately €29. A first-time learner must also complete the mandatory EAS course, and one driving school currently charges about €94 for the 4-hour EAS course and granting you access to the online learning environment and the theory test practice. The online application will cost about €28. So before the official examinations and the risk recognition training, you may spend approximately €400 to €600. But I want to be completely honest. That is not the final cost of getting your driving license. The official theory test currently costs €46, and the category B driving test costs €110. You must also complete the mandatory risk recognition training through a driving school or another approved training provider. That training cannot be provided by the person teaching you with the driving instruction permit, unfortunately. You may also have to pay to use an approved vehicle during the driving test if you don't have yours. So you are not avoiding the driving school completely. The real savings comes from replacing ordinary paid driving lessons with private driving practice. Once the equipment is installed and the driving instruction permit has been approved, you can practice much more frequently. You can practice after work, you can drive during the weekends, you can repeat parking until it finally becomes comfortable. You can practice roundabouts, motorways, city driving, and difficult junctions repeatedly. You are not paying 70 or 90 euros every time you enter the car. You are not limited by the driving school's timetable as well. And you do not have to stop practicing because another lesson is too expensive. You can learn on your own schedule and practice at a pace that works for you. Of course, more practice does not equate a safe or a good driver. The person teaching you must take responsibility seriously. But regular and consistent practice can make a major difference. Little drops of water make a mighty ocean. Instead of having one lesson and then waiting another week, you may be able to practice several times during the same week, multiple times a day. That gives you more real driving experience before you actually take the driving test. So who can become an instructor? Person must be at least 25 years old. You must have held the relevant driving license for at least 5 years in Finland or in the EU or another EEA country. You must not be under a driving ban. Traficom will do their due diligence by examining your driving history and whether you are suitable as an instructor. For category B driving permit, the regular one, the learner must be at least 16 years old. The permit is learner specific. Good to note this. This means it is issued for a particular instructor and a particular learner. If several people want to teach the learner, each instructor will normally need their own permit. You can teach close relatives without the normal numerical limit, so as much as possible. For other learners, you can teach a maximum of 3 people within a 3-year period. And this is very, very important. During Category B driving instruction, the instructor is legally considered the driver. This means that the instructor can be held responsible for traffic offenses committed during the lesson by the learner. Applying for the permit is straightforward. Log into Traficom My e-services portal, select driving license, complete the driving instruction permit application and pay the application fee, 29 euros. The fee is not refunded even if the permit is rejected. If the application qualifies for automatic processing, the permit may be delivered through suomi.fi messages as early as the next working day. Other applications may require manual processing. I got mine through the automated process. Before practical lessons begin, a first-time learner must complete that 4 hours EAS course. The learner must complete at least 10 driving lessons. Those lessons can be provided by the driving instruction permit holder. The learner must also complete the mandatory risk recognition training through an approved provider. Finally, the learner must pass the official theory test and pass the driving test. So is learning with a driving instruction permit free? No. Will it remove every driving school expense? No. But can it significantly reduce what you spend on driving lessons? Absolutely. And the biggest benefit may not even be the money. It may be the freedom to practice more often, gain more experience, and learn at your own pace. Would you rather pay 70 to 95 euros for an additional lesson or invest in the equipment once and practice whenever you have the opportunity? Check the latest prices and requirements on Traficom's website before applying. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share with your friends. And if you have used a driving instruction permit in Finland, share your experience in the comments below. And how much did the entire process cost you? Your comments may help someone else who is trying to decide whether this option is right for them or if they should go, for instance, to driving school. Subscribe to Imole Candid for more practical information about work, studies, business, and everyday life in Finland. Drive safely, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.